Hey y'all, I'm Carolina Tony. Thank you for stopping by my channel. Today we are here in Waxhaws, North Carolina. We are going to explore the Museum of the Waxhauls as it looked back in the early 1700s, as well as Waxhaw as it looks today. We're right after this station identification. Hey y'all, Carolina Tony here. Thanks for stopping by my channel. Join me as I travel the highways and byways in search of adventure, where we will explore roadside attractions, abandoned places, historical, and even the weird and strange. And hey, maybe a food review or two. Please subscribe. I upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Be sure to click that bell so you won't miss any future videos. Waxhaws was a trading path in the 17th century. From Petersburg, Virginia, the Waxhaw Indians in Carolina passed near here. A Conestoga wagon. This wagon was actually built in 1814, but now it has had some restoration to it, but still pretty cool. It's how people used to get along. Go from place to place a long time ago, and this little boy, he's running behind the wagon. Okay class, today we are going to learn some arithmetic. Repeat after me. 1 gazette to 1 time. 1 gazette to 2 times. You get it? Here is an 1820 United States flag. Notice not very many stars on it. Now Andrew Jackson was actually from this area, and in 1788, after passing the legal bar exam in Wadesboro, North Carolina, he settled in the Nashboro, which is now Nashville, Tennessee, and he was married to Rachel Donaldson Robards in 1781. This is Andrew Jackson's wife. Her name was Rachel. He married her twice. They met in 1788 while he was working in the Western District Public as a prosecutor in Nashville, Tennessee. And they traveled between the courthouses in Nashville and Jonesboro, and he often stayed in frontier forts, including Fort Donelson. Now Rachel, she was married to Lewis Robards at the time, but it was clear that their marriage was broken. So Rachel's mother sent her to visit friends in Natchez, Mississippi. Now Andrew Jackson, he would escort her to Natchez, Mississippi. And on one of their trips to Natchez, they had heard that Mr. Robards had divorced Rachel. So her and Andrew got married. They heard that they were not really divorced, they just got the proceedings started. So her husband accused her of bigamy and really divorced her, and she married Andrew all over again. When General William Tecumseh Sherman came through South Carolina and North Carolina, at a little place in South Carolina called Wilson's Store, a family lived there. And they hid up in the house, and here are some bullet holes. There, there, and there, made from a .36 caliber pistol that was fired into the home. Here is a well house. Often they would build a shelter over the well, a little house on the back to keep tools. This homestead represents one of the many homesteads that were in the early 1800s. How they have their personal garden with a fence to keep animals out, getting in and eating their squash and tomatoes. This cabin actually was in Monroe, North Carolina, which is about 20 minutes away, but it was taken down and removed to here. Can't you just imagine sitting out on the front porch of your cabin thinking, this is so nice, cool breeze, but just not really hot. Not a care in the world, nothing else to do. If you did, you'd be entirely wrong. Because in the early 1800s, it was sun up to sun down. The sun came up, you was working, and when it went down, you were too tired to do anything. Lay in the bed. Less more settle on the porch. It's all about working, keeping yourself alive, making a home for your family. This is called a spring house. You can see how it's cut into the side of a hill, and it's slightly below ground. The reason for that is because below ground the temperatures were a little cooler, so it'd be the ideal place to store food, and the temperatures were just a little cooler, not much, especially here in the south. Spring for fresh water. Let's see where this path takes us. Across an old bridge. There's a brick and stone oven. As many of you know, when you explore with me, sometimes we find some really interesting stuff. And it looks like there's something interesting up ahead on this trail. Let's check it out. It appears to be an Indian village, but I don't see any Indians around. Bark hut. Hello? Nope, no Indians in here. It appears we have stumbled upon Boot Hill, also known as Cemetery, with a coffin. life the body of Molly Taylor. Part of this life. 64th year of her. It's very hard for a town or a city to survive without a way to get in and out. Waxhaw by train. As a lot of folks, especially those my age, knows that a lot of small towns just died out and dried up once the interstate system came through. Such as this town could have very easily happened, but they have changed and adapted. There are lots of little restaurants and shops all through this town. Places to buy craft beer. And even though it's a very small town, lots of activities go on during the weekend. A lot of people come here to visit. As I said a little earlier, towns repurposing themselves. This actually was a livery stable. I spoke with a gentleman that is inside restoring it. It belonged to his grandfather, and they are turning it into an antique mall. All right, well, it's time to get back on the highway. I want to thank you for joining me on our exploration of the Waxhauls. It's really been fun, interesting, very educational. If you hadn't subscribed, be sure to go down below and subscribe. Be sure to tell your family and friends. Thanks for stopping by, and as always, y'all have a good day.